Sir, in the last session, we had a discussion about the basics of Python. I mean, you people may aware, sir, what is Python? It is a high-level, general-purpose programming language. Who introduced Python? What advantages are there when compared with other languages? Next, what are various features we covered related to the Python? Anyone, can you please just remind once features of Python? Can you please, just a matter of 1 minute. Sir, what are various features of Python? What the first feature we discussed, sir? Anyone please guide? Simple, simple and easy to learn. Regarding it is a very easy to learn, sir. The first programming language, Python is the best choice, right? Okay, sir. Next, it is the freeware. It is the freeware and open source. Regarding it, the freeware and open source. Remember that it's the freeware and open source. Next, high level programming language. Regarding it is the high level programming language. Remember this one, high level programming language. Okay, like this, right? It is the high level programming language. Next, it is platform independent. It is platform independent programming language. Regarding it, the platform independent. Next, we covered about the portability. Okay, portability we discussed already, right? Next, Python is dynamically typed. Python itself is dynamically typed programming language. Next, Python is procedural programming. Regarding procedural programming, next as well as object oriented programming. Sir, we can enjoy the benefits of functional programming, the benefits of object oriented programming, and the benefits of scripting language and modular programming, sir, because Python is everything. Remember that. Next, itself is interpreted. We are not required to compile. Next, Python is extensible. Next, Python is embedded. Next, Python has last one, extensive library. Regarding Python here, extensive library is there, sir. Okay, these are various things what you people should aware related to the Python. Remember this one, sir. These are things you people should aware related to the Python. These are things you should aware, sir. If any person is asking, array, can you please talk about features of Python, then all these things you require to talk about that, sir. Okay, sir. Next, what are various limitations are there for the Python? Anyone, can you please guide? Can you please guide, sir? Anyone, can you please guide? What are various limitations are there for the Python? Limitations of Python. Okay, even it has some limitations are there, so not suitable for enterprise applications. Not suitable for enterprise application development. Okay, second one, sir, not suitable for sir mobile applications. Mobile applications. Next, yes, it is interpreted programming language, performance wise not up to the mark. Regarding, yes, it is interpreted programming language, performance wise not up to the mark. Remember this one, performance wise not up to the mark. Not up to the mark, sir. This problem will be there for every interpreted programming language. Okay, remember that, sir. Next, not support for all group features. It's not a limitation. Okay, so because majority of the languages are not going to be supported. Are you getting that? Most of the languages is not going to be supported. That's why, sir, here you can consider these are various limitations of Python, sir. Performance is a very dangerous problem. Performance itself is very dangerous problem. That's why wherever performance is very critical, better to go for C language only. C or C++, not suitable for Python, not suitable Java, these kind of things, because performance wise not up to the mark. Observe that. Next, sir, the next thing what we require to talk about, flavors of Python. Regarding flavors of Python, because I told, right, Python is the open source. Multiple flavors are available. Can I spell out any names, right? C Python. Regarding C Python, sir. Make sure C Python. C Python, do you know it is the standard flavor of Python. C Python is the standard flavor of Python. It can be used to work with the C language applications, right? Next, Jython, are you getting? Jython or JPython. Are you getting? Jython or JPython to work with the Java application. So we can go for Jython or JPython. It can run on Java virtual machine, sir. These Jython programs can able to run Java virtual machines. Remember that, okay? Next, Iron Python. Have you ever heard about this one? Iron Python. Have you ever heard about that? Iron Python is related to C sharp. Again, related to C sharp language, right? Sir, it is related to C language implementation. This one is talks about to work with the Java. Remember that. Next, fourth one, sir. Sir, you may wear PyPy. Are you getting PyPy? Okay, PyPy. Okay, like this. This PyPy to improve performance, right? Are you getting Python for speed? If you want speed, Python for speed, like this, right? PyPy version. If you want performance wise, sir, then we should go for PyPy. The biggest advantage of PyPy is performance will be improved because of JIT compiler inside Python virtual machine. Are you getting? Because of JIT compiler inside Python virtual machine. Remember this one, sir. Sir, this is PyPy. Okay, like PyPy. Python for speed. JIT compiler inside, because of JIT compiler inside Python virtual machine, we should go for PyPy. Remember. Next, Ruby Python. Are you getting Ruby Python? Yeah, Ramanath. JIT compiler, just the in-time compiler. What it's going to do is repeatedly required code will be converted into mission code only once. We are not required to convert every time whenever it is executing. So repeatedly required code, it is going to convert into the mission code only once. Next time onwards, directly we are going to use mission code. That's why performance wise, it is the performance by default is going to be improved. Okay, JIT compiler, just the in-time compiler. Remember that, sir. Here, do you know, if the people who are having the doubt about JIT concepts, just observe a bit carefully. So suppose I have M1 function is there. Assume that, sir, maybe it is a Java method, or maybe it is C language or C++. Like, just observe that Java function is there, sir. 1000 lines of the code is there. 1000 lines of the code is there, sir. How many times I can call this method? Can you please respond? Yes. How many times I can call this method? Please respond. How many times I can call this method? Yes, I can call this method multiple times. Are you getting? Just we are defining only once. But can I call multiple times or not? Yes, M1 calling first time, M1 calling second time, M1 calling third time. You can call multiple number of times, right? Yes, multiple times you can able to call. But without the JIT compiler, what will happen is, whenever you are calling first time, observe very carefully, sir. How many lines of the code is there? Can you please respond? How many lines of the code is there? 1000 lines of the code. Are you getting? Whenever you are calling first time, sir, first line convert into mission code. Read, interpret. Interpret means convert into mission code and execute that. Sir, first line, read, interpret and execute. Read, interpret means convert into mission code and then execute. Next, second line, read, interpret and execute. Third line, read, interpret and execute. Fourth line, like 1000 lines, read it, convert into mission code and then executed. Sir, first method call completed, right? Whenever you are calling the same method second time, what will happen is, again read first line, interpret, convert and then execute. Read the second line, interpret and then execute. Read third line, interpret and then execute. So if you call the same method, multiple times, every time it will will be read, it will be converted, it will be read, it will be converted, and then it will be executed, right? It is going to be happen 1,000 times. If you are calling 1,000 times, that code should be converted into mission code. Unnecessary performance is going to be down. But if I use JIT compiler, what it will do is my JIT compiler identified that it is the most commonly used method, because you are calling multiple times, right? What it's going to do is convert this total code into mission code. Convert this total code into mission code only once. Remember this one, sir. Convert this total code into mission code only once. Now read, execute. Read, execute. We are not required to convert into mission code 1,000 number of times. We will convert only once, sir. Every time already translated mission code will be executed. That is the power of JIT compiler concept. Everyone can wait, sir? Are you in a position to understand? Yes. So automatically what will happen is the performance by default is going to be improved. Remember that we are not required to interpret 1,000 number of times. We will interpret only once, and then we will execute multiple times. This is the performance by default will be improved. This is the biggest advantage of JIT compiler inside Python virtual machine, inside Java virtual machine also. Remember that. So this JIT compiler concept is applicable for JVM also, even for PVM also. If you want Python with the JIT compiler concept, then we should go for PyPy. Are you able to understand? So Python for speed. The JIT compiler inside Python virtual machine is there. Because of that, performance by default will be improved. Any doubt? Next, Shubham Misra. Django can be used for web applications, not for enterprise applications. Remember that. Django is used for web applications, but not for enterprise applications. Remember that. Next. Yes. Sir, it is the open source. Python is the open source. We can able to customize based on our requirement. I hope everyone in a position to understand, sir. Okay. Next. What is the next one? What is the next terminology? Just to use PyPy, we need to install separate plugins or something. No, just the PyPy version of Python you can install automatically. Yes, all the required libraries internally by default will be there. Don't worry about that. While program execution inside memory, the code will be stored. The code will be stored while executing the program. Sir, someone is asking the doubt. Sir, Shubham Misra is asking the doubt. Where JIT will store that code? All your Python generated class files, I mean what we call generated machine code, will be stored inside Python virtual machine memory. Remember that. Clear, right? Next, someone is asking, sir, why you are muted? Yes, here just all the people in this session by default muted, because more than 100 students are there in this classroom. Are you getting? More than 100 members are there in this session. Then automatically, if I'm going to unmute, then you are not going to listen my voice. Are you getting? You are going to listen audio songs, video songs, and number of problems will come. That's fine. So muted. If anyone having the doubt, then happily you can type. I will respond. Don't worry. If by mistake, if I'm not seeing, then automatically please type again. Don't worry, because 100 members, right, keep on scrolling. That's why by mistake, by overlook, if I'm missing, please type again. I will answer. Don't worry that. Okay, that's all. So next cinema, what we have to take. That's all. Yeah. Sir, what is the next point? What you people should aware? Sir, there is a Ruby language. If you want to work with Ruby, then we can go for Ruby Python, right? Next, there is one more version is there. Anaconda Python. Are you getting? Anaconda Python is there. Anyone have you ever heard about Anaconda Python? Why the word anaconda? Why the word anaconda? Anaconda python. Huh? Yes, man. Why the word anaconda? Anaconda. Anaconda means ajigar. Why the word anaconda? Yeah, anaconda means not snake, sir. It's a big snake. Remember that it's a big snake. This python best suitable for big data applications. Remember this one, sir. Large volume of data processing. Large volume of data processing. Data processing. Sir, large volume of data. If you are going to handle, then we should go for Anaconda Python. Remember this one, sir. Especially big data, Hadoop technologies like there. This version of Python is going to be best suitable. Remember this. Are you getting right? Next, there is one more version is there, stackless. Are you getting that? What is this one, sir? Stackless Python. Stackless Python. What it means is what it means is Python for concurrency. Are you getting Python for concurrency? So you know multiple activities are required to perform simultaneously. Multiple activities are required to perform simultaneously. Then automatically we can go for Python for concurrency. Remember that such stackless Python, like multiple flavors of Python are there. Don't worry about that. But standard version is nothing but C Python we are going to use, right? Remember that. Are you getting? Sir, syntax is the same in almost all. Where the difference is the corresponding libraries are going to be changed. Just here if it is the Ruby Python, then automatically just a small and the corresponding libraries are going to be changed. Don't worry about that. In all version, same syntax we are going to use. Okay, that's all. Stackless Python means Python for concurrency. Concurrency means what? Doing multiple activities simultaneously. Doing multiple activities simultaneously. So if I want multitasking, if I want to improve performance by executing independent tasks simultaneously, so that performance by default is going to be improved. Such type of cases, happily we can go for stackless Python. Are you getting? So in all flavors, sir, rules are always same. Don't worry, sir. For C Python separate rules, for Jython separate rules, and so on. No, all rules are same for all flavors. Just these are various things are available, right? Okay, C Python. Okay, well, but for concurrency, sir, usually we will go for stackless. Regarding it's specially designed for what means it may contain some inbuilt libraries which can provide more support for concurrency. Clear, right? Next, for mobile applications, why Python is not choice? One person is asking, keep on. For mobile applications, why okay, why Python is not suitable? Sir, Python can be used for mobile applications, but more than Python, there are Android, iOS are going to provide more flexibility for mobile based applications, because Android, iOS, these technologies are specially designed for mobile based only, for mobile applications only. That's why usually for mobile applications the people are going to prefer Android, iOS, these kind of technologies, but not Java, Python. Clear? Are you getting right? But anyway, you can use if you want to travel 600 kilometers. If you want to travel 600 kilometers, then recommended better to go for train or bus or flight. Are you getting? Or if you want to travel 2000 kilometers, 32,000 kilometers I require to travel, sir. Then automatically 32,000 kilometers I require to travel. Then which one you are going to prefer? Can you please? Which one you are going to prefer? 32,000 kilometers I want to travel. Then obviously compulsory we require to go for a flight. Are you getting? Sir, no. I want to use car only. I want to use car only. Yes, we can able to use the car. We can able to use the car. Car, no problem, but not recommended. Unnecessary. N number of risks by default are going to come, sir. Very recently I saw a newspaper in the last 1 week to 10 days before. I saw one couple in Hyderabad, Secunderabad. One couple from America to Hyderabad. Are you getting? They came by car. Almost 60 days of travel, sir. 60 days of travel, 19 countries. Are you getting? 19 countries they covered. Remember that. They covered almost 19 across 19 countries. They traveled 60 days. At last they reached, sir. 30 to 32,000 kilometers they travel by car. How dare they have, man? Are you getting? So almost 19 countries they traveled. Really, I got shocked by seeing them. And then one doctor's family, that car is also something like military vehicle, something like that. Only Google navigator, that's all. Wife and husband both are going to drive the car, then through hills, through forest and so on. It's a legend to be very horrible. Are you getting? So you can travel by car. Practical proof. Very recently, 260 days they took to travel, but recommended or not recommended? Not. Flight highly recommended. Just within 10 to 12 hours, you will be there in the US or US to Hyderabad. Why we should go for car and so on? So for mobile based applications, more flexibility you can able to see in the Android and iOS technologies, but not in Java, but not in Python. Same way for enterprise applications also, Python is not that much suitable as of now. Maybe in the future, if any libraries are going to be added, then okay, my Python also can provide support for enterprise applications, can provide big support for mobile applications, like I can able to tell. But as of now, sir, library support is not that much. Clear? Are you able to understand? Okay, well, that's all. These are limitations. These are various flavors are there for the Python. Next, very important, son. What is the meaning of enterprise application? Yes, good. Anyone, can you please tell what is the meaning of enterprise application? Just 1 minute I want to spend, because you should have minimum basic idea about this. What the meaning of enterprise application? Yes. Oh, enterprise means business, so that's why business purposes. For business purposes, we are going to use enterprise applications. Yeah, good. So do you know Gmail is there? Gmail application is there. Gmail open, it's a web-based application. Regarding web, you can able to see Gmail is nothing but web-based. Open browser, gmail.com, you can get the service. Are you getting that? Next, if you are going for Facebook, same web application. Facebook web application is there, mobile application is there. Anyway, for the Facebook web application, it's simple. But if you go for banking application, do you know? Open the website, open the browser, send in the request. Every service you may not get. Are getting bank n number of other services also my bank can able to provide. You can use your ATM card from the ATM machine. You can go to the bank, you can able to withdraw the money. Are getting? Next, deposit machine is there, you can able to deposit. Next, you will get SMS alert. Are getting? Like, do you know, it is enterprise application, banking application, telecom application, these things. Open the browser, send a request, getting the service is not okay. There are n number of other services also provided, right? Okay, such type of superior applications are by default considered yes. Such type of superior applications by default considered yes. Do you know enterprise applications, right? Remember that for enterprise level, transactions support must be required. Are you getting? JMS support must be required. I mean, messaging services support must be required. Security, more security must be required. Okay, like all these things, my Python may not provide support. Are you getting that? Up to web level, Python is too good, but beyond that level, no, not suitable. Are you getting that? Okay, I hope you people can able to understand clearly. Yes, banking application. Is it enterprise application? Banking application. Is it enterprise application? Yes. Telecom application is the enterprise application. Next, reservation application. Okay, that depends on internal implementation, man. That depends. IRCTC is there. Pure web application. IRCTC is there. Next, redbus.in. Pure web application. Okay, next, all mission critical apps. Yes, most of the times it is by default considered yes, enterprise applications, right? The most critical, where you know robustness, distributed nature, all those things by default will come in the picture. Next, load balancing, everything by default there at enterprise level. Okay, that's all. Next points are what I require to talk about. Python versions. This is the very important, sir. Python versions. There is one small twist is there about Python versions. Sir, I will discuss. Don't worry about that. Do you know Python 1, 2, 3 is there, sir? So Python 1 almost gone, almost gone. This was came in the 1994, Python 1 came. It was the first version. Don't worry, sir. Sir, Python 2 is there. Python 2 is there, sir. Python 2 came in October 2000, sir. Python 2 came in October 2000, sir. Now Python 3 is there, sir. It came in December 2008. Remember that Python 1, Python 2, Python 3. Sir, like three flavors are there about the Python. Anyway, this one almost gone. No one is going to use. Sir, Python 2 and Python 3. Can you please tell which one we require to go for? Please respond. Which one we require to go for? Python 2 and Python 3. Which one? Python 3. Python 3. So now Python 3 is the advanced version. Python 2 is the old version. Correct? Correct? Please respond, man. Python 3 is the advanced version. Python 2 is the old version. Now I have one small doubt. Python 3 supports Python 2 or not? Please respond. Yes or no? No, no. Oh, every new version should provide support for old version. Backward compatibility must be there in the software. Remember that. Now today Java 10 came, man. Java 10 came. Java 10 should provide support for Java 9. Should provide support for Java 8. Sir, every new version should provide support for okay, old versions. Backward compatibility should be there. Then only the people are going to use that newer versions, like backward compatibility must be required, sir. Can you please tell? Yes. Python 3. Can you please tell Python 3 supports Python 2 or not? What answer you can able to tell? Yes. Supports or not? Now there are some intelligent people are there in this class. Sir is asking these many times. He is telling with examples. So definitely there should be some twist is there. Like some people are feeling. Python 3 supports Python 2 or not? Okay, remember that. So Python 3 and Python 2 are not, one is advanced, one is the old. No, these two are parallel versions. Remember that Python 2 and Python 3 both are parallel versions. So Python 3 is not developed from Python 2. It is just like independent language they developed, sir. Are you getting? So there are some programs which can execute by Python 2 but not executed by Python 3. Remember this one, sir. So there are some programs which are executed by Python 2 which are not executed by Python 3. Means Python 3 doesn't provide support for Python 2 always. Backward compatibility is not there. What is the reason for that? What the reason for that is, if it is sir, you have one small question is there. Why the Python people did like this? Why the Python people did like this? There is one small thing I'm going to use, right? Suppose I will give one house. Array, can you please remodel this house? Like this I gave one house, sir. Can you please remodel like this? I'm telling. Or otherwise I will give one old car. Array, can you please what we call decorate this car, something like can you please do some internal decoration, something like I'm telling. Now this is the first option. Array, can you please buy a new car? or construct a new house based on our requirement. You are not required to worry about old one. Old one, leave that. Okay, complete based on your requirement. You have full flexibility. Whatever features you require, happily you can able to take from scratch, no problem at all. Then automatically, sir, which approach can provide much flexibility to provide new features? Is it first approach or second approach? Are you in a position? Are you in a position to understand? If I develop from scratch everything, then I have more flexibility is there based on my requirement. I can able to add any type of new feature, right? But every time, hey, are you providing support for bold? Are you providing support for bold? Oh, you have to provide support for bold. Means you have to convince. You have to convince. There are several places. Then full-fledged version may not come in the picture. Regarding full-fledged version may not come in the picture. That is the problem Java people are facing, man. Okay, whenever Java people want to introduce any new feature, immediately, this new feature supported for Java 9 or not, Java 8 or not, or every old version, should I have to provide support for old version? And then I have to add the new feature. So you may miss some beautiness somewhere. Remember that. But the Python people, what they did greatly is they developed a Python 3 as independent language, so that you people can expect much facilities, right? Are you able to understand? Yes. Okay. Now, can you please tell? Sir, very simple. Very simple. If I can take print, hello. Print of hello. If I can take like this. Do you know this one perfectly valid in Python 2, sir? Perfectly valid in Python 2, but invalid in the Python 3. In the Python 3, compulsory parenthesis must be required. Getting compulsory parenthesis must be required. Python 3, without parenthesis, it won't yellow. Without parenthesis, it won't yellow. But have you observed? It won't yellow without parenthesis, right? Similarly, long data type. Long data type. This long data type is there in the Python 2, but Python 3 not having long data type. Getting long is not there in the Python 3, man. It was there only in the Python 2. Like Sir, Python 3 developed as independent programming language. Remember that. That's why backward compatibility is not there. Remember that. Python 3 supports future Python 4 or not? Yes, sir, the required modifications already performed until Python 4, 5, 6 and so on. Okay, mostly it is going to be provide support. Don't worry. Santosh Reddy, wonderful doubt pen. Okay. Yeah. Now observe a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Python. Next, which version we require to use? Regarding which version we require to use? Highly recommended. Compulsory we should go for Python 3. Python 3. What is the reason for that? Is from 2020 onwards. From 2020 onwards, no support for Python 2. Are getting no support for Python 2. Officially from Python Software Foundation, this information is there. Okay, from 2020 onwards, we are not going to provide any support for Python 2. Obviously, they are telling you should move to Python 3 only. That's why better to learn Python 3. But Python 2, Python 3, 90% of the things are same. Don't worry about that. Clear? Are you able to understand? That's why while installing, have you observed, right? If you want to install Python, just start python.org. Python.org. If you observe the Python website, have a look once, download. Okay, download. If you observe download button, now Python 3.6.5, download for Windows Python 3.6.5. Yes, where is that Python 2? Regarding where is that Python 2? Are you getting right? Just observe a bit very carefully, sir. So from 2020 onwards, remember that there is no support for Python 2. Sir, only support is available only for Python 3 only. In the 3.6.5 is the recent. When it came, sir, March 28th, it came. Clear? Are you able to understand? So, which version of Python we are going to learn? Which version you require to install? Compulsory you require to go for? Sir, Python 3.6.5. Okay, Python 3. 3 means subversions are there, 3.6 and so on. Python 3 usually we are going to use. That's all, friends. Sir, either Python 2, Python 3, these words you people should aware. Next one, sir. So that's all. This is just a basic introduction about Python, sir. Next, how to install Python. These kind of things I will discuss. Don't worry about that. Next, let me talk about language level. Few things, sir. So first subtopic, I'm going to talk about identifiers concept. Observe that identifiers concept. Can you please tell what is identifier? Language. Directly I'm talking about topics, right? What is identifier? Anyone, can you please tell? Identifier. The name itself indicates which can be used for identification purpose. Identification purpose. Okay? Like in Telugu or otherwise in Hindi, there are several heroines are there. How I can identify each person? She is Sunny Leone. She is Mallika. She is Katerna. Or otherwise she is sir, are you getting? She is Karina. How you can able to identify? By name. By name. That name in Python program, that name in Python program is called identifier, which can be used for identification purpose. A name, it may be function name, it may be function name, or it may be variable name, it may be class name, it may be etc. Like that. Sir, it can be, the name can be anything, sir. Any name in a Python program is by default considered as, any name in Python program is by default considered as identifier. Remember that. Are you able to identify? I did not know. Okay, identifier, name itself is by default considered as identifier, right? Now the point here is which can be used for identification purpose. Now the point is, if you want to define your names, compulsory we require to follow certain rules and regulations. If you want to define your own names, compulsory we require to follow certain rules and regulations, man. Best example, assume that you have kid. Assume you have kid. Do you have the kids? You respond, man. Do you have the kids? Yes or no? Don't doubt in there. In that doubt is also. Yes or no? That's all. The people especially who are telling no, don't tell no. Better to use the word soon. Sir, after completing this Python, I will get the job. After getting the job, I will go for marriage. Once marriage is going to be happen, automatically kids are going to come, sir. For that kid, you have to name. You're getting right. For that kid, you have to name. That's why if any person is asking, sir, do you have the kids? Don't tell no, soon. Like you have to tell. Okay. Now, here take a bit very special care. I have to name my kid. Sir, usually, which names you are going to keep? Sir, compulsory. There are some rules and regulations you may follow. Our ancestor names we may use, or otherwise God name, goddess name. Like we are going to use some names. We have some sentiments, some rules and regulations are there. Or otherwise, some people open the Google, Hindu names, Muslim names, Christian names, starts with S, starts with K. What is the most difficult word to pronounce? Such type of names the parents are going to keep. There is some process is there, man. Okay, you are not going to keep your kid name as dog or cat, something like. If you are going to keep dog or cat something, once now the kid is silent, once the kid is growing, he will give left and right. Make sure. Okay, compulsory, very cute, very beautiful names only we have to keep. Similarly, For our Python names also, for our Python identifiers also, we require to follow certain rules while defining identifiers, right? What rules? Okay, rules to define identifiers, right? Okay, rules to define identifiers, right? Uh, Someone is asking, sir, do you have kids? Oi, soon, man, soon. Okay, rules to define identifiers. Just observe that. So now the first point here is legend. The only allowed characters in Python identifiers are alphabet symbols. Happily, you can use alphabet symbols, right? Either lowercase alphabet symbol or uppercase alphabet symbols, no problem at all. You can use either digits also. It's acceptable. Next, you can use underscore symbol also. Are you getting right? Underscore symbol also you can able to use, right? Okay, like A to Z alphabet symbols you can use, or digits you are allowed to use, underscore symbol also. These are only symbols what you require to aware. Are you getting? By mistake, if you are using any other character, immediately error by default we are going to get, sir. Remember that immediately error by default we are going to get. If you want, just let me go for my Python suggest. Here just let me go for this is the Python idle or otherwise Python console. Just py automatically Python console is coming. Now I'm taking sir CASH is equal to 10. Perfectly valid, sir. CA dollar H is equal to 10. I'm taking. Can you please guide? Is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid? Your response invalid. What the reason for that is this dollar symbol is not allowed. Have you observed, right? Have you observed? Syntax error, invalid syntax. So in identifier, see here name of the variable itself is identifier, right? In identifiers, remember in identifiers, okay, the only allowed symbols are A to Z, capital A to Z, 0 to 9 or underscore symbol only. First one. Second one, sir. Can you please tell this type of rule is already there in other languages also? Total 1, 2, 3 valid or not? Please respond. Is it valid or not? Total 1, 2, 3 valid or not? Yes. 1, 2, 3 total. Is it valid or not? 1, 2, 3 total is invalid. Do you know? In C language, in Java language, everywhere this rule is there. Identifier should not start with the digit. Remember this one, sir. Identifier should not start with the digit. Remember this one. Okay, we are not allowed to take. We are not allowed to start. Identifier should not start with the digits. By mistake, if you are taking immediately, by default we are going to get the problem. Clear, right? Next, third one, sir. Identifiers are case sensitive. Remember here, total. If I can take total, just observe that total 1, 2, 3 is equal to 10. Valid, sir. Valid. Total 1, 2, 3 is equal to 10. Perfectly it is the valid, sir. Now I'm taking 1, 2, 3 total is equal to 10. Invalid syntax error. Right? Similarly, if I can take total is equal to 10, valid. If I can take total is equal to 20, valid, sir. If I can take total is equal to 30, valid. Can you please observe all these three are total only, but there is a difference there. What is the difference? Can you please spell out? What is the difference? Case sensitive. Yeah, everything is small. But here capital T. But here is nothing but all are capital. Sir, if you want, you can see total. Then automatically 10 is the answer we are getting. Total 20 is the answer we are going to get. Sir, total 30 is the answer we are going to get. So identifiers are case sensitive. Remember this one? Of course, Python language itself is case sensitive programming language, right? Remember that. Next, fourth one, sir. Next, fourth rule. What is the next rule here is, sir, what is the length you can take max length. What is the max length we are allowed to take? Anyone? What is the max length we are allowed to take? How many number of characters you can take? No limit. Just like Java, no limit. Any number of characters we can able to take, sir. But not recommended to take too lengthy identifiers. Not recommended to take too lengthy identifiers, right? Because the problem here is, if I can able to take too lengthy identifiers, not recommended, unnecessary readability by default is going to be down, sir. If I can take a variable, sir, x and so on, y and so on, something like this, then z and so on is equal to 10, I'm taking. Are you getting? It's the two worst. Is it a Python code, or is it some design kind of thing? You may get the doubt, sir. By mistake, I want to print the value of this variable, sir. Then, sir, print off this one I have to take. Unnecessary. Are you getting that? Unnecessary. Length of the code is going to be, readability is going to be down like anything. That's why even there is no length restriction, but not recommended to take too lengthy identifiers, right? Okay, well, next, I'm taking x is equal to 10. Can you please guide? Is it valid or not? Please guide. Is it valid or not? Array, if I can take x equal to 10, valid, no problem at all. Now, sir, I'm taking if is equal to 20. Can you please guide? Is it valid or not? If is equal to 20. Remember, this one is invalid. This one is invalid. What is the problem here is, yes, what is the problem is, if is the reserved word in Python. Are you getting? If is the reserved word in Python. So there is a meaning is there for the if, man. There is a meaning is there. How you can able to use sir for your own variables, right? Now observe that x is equal to 10. Valid. If is equal to 20. If is equal to 20, immediately syntax error by default we are going to get. So it is the reserved word. Reserved words we are not going to use. Keywords we are not going to use. Okay, for our variable names. Remember, it is also one rule. Okay, we can't use keywords as identifiers. Are you getting? That's all, friends. These are various rules are there to define identifiers. Just a matter of 1 minute, let me review. What is identifiers are? A name in Python program is called identifier. It can be function name or variable name or class name. Any name, sir. Any name in Python program is called identifier, right? Next, what are various rules are there to define identifiers? The only allowed characters are alphabet symbols or digits or underscore symbol. Next, identifiers should not start with the digit. Identifiers are case sensitive. Identifiers are not recommended to take too lengthy. Even length restriction is not there. Next, we can't use keywords as identifiers. By mistake, if you are using keyword as identifier, immediately we are going to get syntax error. Any doubt? Any doubt up to this? That's all. This is about just a very small basic terminology, right? So I'm taking, can you please confirm total 1 2 3? Is it valid or not? 1 2 3 total. 1 2 3 total. Next, underscore a b c underscore valid or not? Valid or not? Underscore a b, is it valid or not? Sir, x underscore is valid or not? Next, c a total number, total hash symbol, is it valid or not? Next, d e f, is it valid or not? If, can you please observe first one valid or invalid? Valid, sir, no problem. But second one is invalid because identifier should not start with digit. Third one is valid, sir, no problem. Identifier should not start with digit. That is the only thing. Underscore symbols you can take anywhere, no problem. Valid, but here hash symbol is there, invalid. Next, these two things are invalid because these two things are reserved words in Python. Def is the reserved word. Next, if is also one reserved word. We can't use these things. Yeah, the identifiers. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. Yeah, we will discuss, Rashid. 33 reserved words are there. We will discuss. Don't worry, sir. str is the type, sir, it is not reserved word. str is the type, it is not reserved word. Okay, sir, anything we are allowed to use, no problem at all. Interface concept is not there officially in Python. So if it is there, we can use itself is acceptable, no issue at all. Clear, right? Okay. Now there is just a small note. Observe a bit very carefully. As of now, we are not going to discuss much, but just keep these points also in your mind. Yes, Srivani, underscore 123 name is also valid. Correct, valid, no problem. Because starts with underscore symbol, right? That's why. Okay, next. Sir, here just take a bit very special care. Sir, X is there. X is there. Underscore X is there. Observe carefully, sir. For any identifier starts with the underscore symbol, it indicates that it is private. In the OOPS concept we are going to discuss in detail, don't worry much about that. If any variable starts with the underscore symbol, it is considered as private. Remember that. Next, if any variable starts with the two underscore symbols, it is strong, it is indicating strongly private, sir. What it means, sir? Don't worry much about that, just aware. If any variable starts with one underscore symbol, two underscore symbol, there is a meaning is there, man. There is a specialty, there special conventions are there, like just aware that. In the OOPS concept we are going to discuss. Sir, more private, strongly private, sir. Next, third one, very important, sir. Sir, underscore some X underscore. Sir, if the identifier starts and ends with the two underscore symbols, then it is a language specific name, sir. Language specific name. Main is there. Okay, main is there. Underscore name underscore like language specific predefined words. That is the meaning, sir. That is the meaning. Language specific predefined words, which are also known as magic methods. Like these things, like these are language level predefined words. They follow this type of convention. Do you know there is one concept is there, underscore main underscore. What is the purpose of this one? It is, I'm not going to define. Python language itself is going to provide these things, right? Next, similarly, underscore add underscore. Do you know it is the name of the method? It's the name of the method. Operator overloading concept, if you want to implement in Python, these kind of things, like, sir, anywhere for our identifier, two underscores at the beginning, two underscores at last, by default it is treated as language defined special words. Remember that. Yes, Rishabh, if you want, you can able to use for our identifiers, but not recommended. Observe, because let's give this convention for language level identifiers only. Remember that. Are you getting? So just very simple, sir. Very simple, sir. Anywhere in Python, we are going to use somewhere underscore some variable name underscore, sir. We are going to use thousands of times in our coding these kind of words. If anywhere these things are there, these are things provided by Python language predefined words. Remember that. There is a meaning is there. There is a functionality is there. That's why. So make sure underscore for our identifier starts and ends. Never recommended. Any doubt? These are not reserved words. Again, these are not reserved words. If you want, you can use for these. These are language level predefined words. Reserved words are different, and these words are different. If a method name is there, I can use the word. This is the method name. Method name is not a reserved word. If else, like these kind of things are reserved words. Okay, so don't worry. While the concept going on, happily we are going to talk. Okay, while concept is going on, happily we are going to discuss. Don't worry, sir. Underscore if underscore. Yes, you are allowed to use, no problem at all. But what is the need of underscore if underscore. Why you are always going to touch that one only? Better to keep some x. Better to keep some x or y as your variable name. Regarding, of course, syntactically valid, no problem at all. Yeah, clear line. Next, Rishabh, how you can able to differentiate these things? We are at just the third session only. Sir, once the class is going on 10th session, 15th session, something like, you should be in a position to differentiate. Don't worry much about that. While studying intermediate BPC, suppose if you want to become a doctor, compulsory we should go for intermediate +2. Which group I have to take? Sir, I want to become a doctor. Which group I have to go for? Which group in the intermediate +2? Which group we require to take? BPC, right? BPC, right? We require to take BPC, PCB. Some state to state maybe changes are biology. Like we are going to take. While studying intermediate, you should not ask how we can perform postmortem of a human body. Are you getting that? So first let it complete. After that, medicine you require to study, and then MD you require to study. After that, you have to ask how you are going to get that knowledge automatically. You have to worry at beginning only. There are some people, don't worry. Sir, some people, sir, if I can aware all these things, then your life will become easy. But if you are going to aware all these things now, what the need of attending 2 months course? You're getting right. So my intention is while class is going on, automatically this knowledge by default we are going to get. Even sometimes if I will explain here, not recommended, sir, magic method. If I want to talk about magic method, you should require to talk about operator overloading. That's why not recommended. Just keep in your mind. Oh, if any variable starts with 1 underscore symbol, private sir. If any variable starts with the 2 underscore symbol, strongly private sir. Are getting strongly private sir. If any variable starts and ends with the 2 underscore symbol, language level predefined word. That's just the hints. That's it. That is about what are various identifiers, what rules are there, and so on. Can I go to the next level? Can I go to the next level? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Next level concept, what we require to talk, reserved words. Regarding next level, reserved words, right? So, if you remember your school days, golden days in our life, are getting golden days. Those days never come again in our life, man. School days. First, you went to the school. What you learn first in the school? Maybe nursery or play school. What you learned first in the school? A, B, C, something like this. 1, 2, 3 numbers and ABC alphabet symbols like. So after that, what you learn? A for respond, man. A for ayo, apple. B for B for banana. Okay, C for cat. C for cat, something like. Do you know? Okay. Well, sir, do you know? Sir, these words we have to aware. Aware, right? Okay. A for apple, B for banana, C for cat. Like the words are going to tell. What these words are? Do you know? In any language, whether it is English language, or whether it is Telugu language or Python language or Java language, right? Whether it is the general speaking language or programming language. In any language, some words are reserved to represent some meaning or functionality. Regarding some words are reserved to represent some meaning or functionality. Such type of words are by default considered as are reserved words. Sir, this word is reserved to represent this meaning or to represent this action. There are some words are reserved to represent meaning or functionality. Such type of words are by default considered as reserved words. Clear? Are you able to understand, right? What is the reserved word? In English, all these are reserved words, right? In English, all these are reserved words of English. Apple, this word is reserved to represent one type of fruit. Next, banana, this word is reserved to represent another type of fruit. cat. This word is reserved to represent one type of animal. Okay, like these kind of things are nothing but reserved words. Clear? Are you able to understand, right? Yes. Now my question is, in English, how many reserved words are there? In English, how many reserved words are there? Can you please confirm? Ayo, how many reserved words are there in English? 26. Oi, 26 alphabet symbols, man. How many? 70,000. Have you ever counted? There are huge number if you go for Oxford Dictionary. A bigger size, right? Almost which is the our weight, how much? That much weight Oxford Dictionary contain those many things. Do you know? We can't tell. We can't tell. Learning all those predefined words in English. Our life is not enough. That's why English is the difficult language. But our Python is a very small chota language, right? Are you getting? Just simply 33 keywords are there, or 33 reserved words are there. So you are not required to worry lakhs of reserved words like English. In Python is a very small chota programming language. Okay, it contains only 33 reserved words. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, in Python, how many reserved words are there? Just 33. Okay. Can I list out these 33 reserved words? Yes, very simple. Very simple. You can able to identify very easily, right? Okay. So just aware 33 reserved words are there. Just let me use maybe tomorrow I may repeat. Just observe that. Please keep in your mind. True, true. Next false. Next none. Don't ask meaning of anything. We are going to discuss in detail. So true, false, none. What is this T, lowercase or uppercase? Please respond. Is it lowercase or uppercase? Uppercase. T should be uppercase. F should be uppercase. N should be uppercase. So by mistake, if you are using small t or small f, small n, automatically error by default we are going to get some. Observe that x is equal to true, true, perfectly valid. X is equal to true, I'm taking. Observe that name true is not defined. Name true is not defined. That's why, so compulsory capital T must be required. Okay, are you in a position to understand, right? True, false, none. Okay, remember that. What is the next one, sir? What is the next? And, are, not, is. Are you getting? And, are, not, use. Are you getting that? Okay, this is and, are, not, is like this, right? This. Next, if, elif, else. Do you know, in other languages, you are not having, you are having else if, but in Python we have elif word, sir. Remember that. If elif is the word. Observe that a bit very carefully, sir. Elif is the word. Elif means else if, like this, right? Next, while, next, for loop, break, next, break, continue, return, next, in, next, yield. Are you getting? In, yield, like this. Now, by seeing this one, you have some doubts, sir. By seeing these two lines, you may have some doubt. Any doubt in your mind? Can you please respond? Any doubt? You may have some doubt. You have no doubt. Time already completed. That's why doubts won't come. Doubts won't come. Time already completed. That's why. Remember. The doubt here is. Sir, you are talking about if, else, elif. We are talking about this. Sir, in Java, in C language, somewhere I saw switch statement, sir. Switch statement. Are you seeing switch statement here? Switch case default, like, no, because Python doesn't contain, Python not having switch statement. Remember that, you have to get that out. Sir, where is the switches? Which is not there in the Python. Next, by seeing this one also, you may have some doubt. For loop is there, while loop is there. Where is do while? Do while. Where is the do while loop? No. Python not having do while loop. Remember this one, sir. Python not having do while. Only two loops are there, while loop and for loop. Remember that. Next, after that, try. What the next one? Ayo, please respond. Good. I want to listen from you. Try. Immediately you have to tell. Whenever I am using try, immediately you have to tell catch and then finally like this. Good. Try, catch, finally. This type of thing is related to Java. Remember that, sir. Okay. Try, catch, finally. This kind of thing is related to Java. Here, try, except. Are you getting? Try, except. Instead of catch block, here we are going to use except, finally. Throws, such type of words are not applicable. Remember, instead of throw, we have rise keyword. Next, assert. Assert is there even in Java also. Are you getting? Assert is there in Java also. Instead of throw, we have rise. Throws keyword is not there, because the reason is throws keyword meant for checked exceptions. Checked exceptions are the exceptions which are checked by compiler, but here no compiler concept. Are you getting that? So yes, no compiler concept. That's why. So no checked exception, no throws keyword. Okay, we have only except, same as catch block, but there is some more extra facilities are there with except. I will discuss that. Okay, next, import. Next, from import. Yes. Next, and after that, class keyword. Next, def keyword, pass keyword. Next, global keyword, global keyword, non-local keyword, lambda. Next, and after that, del keyword with the keyword. Are you getting? Del keyword with the keyword. That's all. These are various reserved words or keywords in Python. Remember this one, sir. Can you please observe that all the 33 came or not? Can you please count anyone? Please count. 3 plus 4, 7 plus 3, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yes, 33. Perfect. 33 reserved words are came. That's all. So learning about these reserved words is nothing but learning Python language. Sir, at the end of this course, you have to open this chart again. All the keywords am I in a position to use? All the keywords, what is the use? We covered or not? Like you required to check how to use each and every keyword, each and every reserved word. Compulsory you people should aware. Clear, right? Okay. Yes, total Rishabh in both. Switch is not there, not required. For each normal for loop, whatever there is the for each loop only. Priyas, whatever for each loop, whatever for loop is there in Python, which is exactly same as Java's for each loop. Switch statement, alternative is nothing but if elif only. We have to use if elif like this. Okay. Next thing, sir. Yeah. Self is not keyword. Self is not keyword in Python. Instead of self, you can use any word also. That's we will discuss in the OOPS concept in detail. Okay, that's all. Just I will list again tomorrow these things, and then I will add some more conclusions so that you people can get much clarity.